Hello everyone, Mr. Dino023 here, and today I'm bringing my second review of the SNESMania. This time around we have this awesome game right here called Wild Guns. Yeah, that's right. This game was selected by Skunky48. It was the second game on the whole SNESMania, which is pretty cool. This game was developed and published by Natsume in the year of 1995 for North America and 1996 for Europe. It actually took me a total of 2 hours, 21 minutes and 21 seconds to defeat this game. It was a pretty fun game to play. Short, but actually pretty fun, and I'm happy that this game was suggested by Skunky. It's a game that I've never tried in my life, so it was a pretty fun game to be on the second game on SNESMania. And okay, yeah, as you can see, this game is kind of like a shooter, but it has like a different style, you know, like you're like have this view from like behind the shoulder kind of thing. You can move like left and right, and you also have to like be aiming at the enemies. You have like jumps, you have special attacks. You can just press fire for auto fire. Actually, that kind of got me a little bit at the beginning, because I was trying to like mash pretty hard, like if I was playing like Contra, you know. But actually that activates the whip, and the whip is a pretty useful weapon if you know what you're doing. At the beginning I was like, what's going on with this game? But yeah, it's a fun and challenging game. It's only like 4 levels plus the final level. Like it's a 4, like at the beginning you can select any of the first 4 levels, and once you beat them all you can actually go to the final level. Each of the levels have like different scenes within the level, and then they have like a boss. It's a fun and challenging game, so yeah, let's go ahead and give it a go for my scores for this game on SNESMania. The first score that I'm gonna be giving this game is actually 8 for gameplay. I think gameplay wise, once you get how to play it, it's a pretty fun game. It's a pretty unique type of game. There's not many games that I know that use this type of format, especially for shooters. It kind of reminds me, you know, like to the bases on Contra. Like on Contra 1, there's like this base 1 and 2 that have a similar style of this. The difference on this is that you have to worry about like where you're aiming and where your character is at compared to the other like to the enemies. And it's also like have like different perspectives. Like the enemies that are like right in front of you, you can like kind of like hit them in a different way, like the ones that are like on the very far behind. Again, it's kind of complicated the very first time you're playing it, but you can get used to it pretty quickly, and it becomes like a lot of fun to play. My only problem sometimes with the gameplay, it's that again, because of these perspectives, sometimes it was hard to actually know which enemy you were trying to hit, or like the distances. Like sometimes there were enemies like super way far behind in the background, and like they were like tiny, so it was kind of hard to like actually aim for them. But yeah, let's give it an 8 for gameplay. I think it's a pretty fun game. It's a pretty short and sweet game to actually give it a go, so I recommend it. Difficulty, I'm gonna be giving this game a 5. I know I've been saying like the game is actually hard, and yeah, it is hard, don't get me wrong. The thing what I'm giving this a 5, it's because you have kind of unlimited continues, so eventually you're like, if you keep playing it, you're gonna get it eventually, right? You're gonna be able to beat it without being punished too hard. Like yeah, you have to start the level from the beginning, but you don't have to start like the whole game from the beginning. So as long as you keep playing it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it, and you're gonna be able to beat it without like a major punishment, you know. Otherwise, like if you do challenges like you don't want to lose a life, or I don't know, stuff like that, like that could get the game like super complicated. But giving the standard rules on the normal difficulty, eventually you're gonna beat this game. It's hard, it's challenging, but you're gonna get it because the game doesn't punish you a lot for like losing and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna be giving the game a 5 for the difficulty. The next one, the graphics, I'm gonna be giving an 8 for graphics here. I think again, it's a pretty sweet game, the way it looks, the way everything is set up, the way your character interacts with different like layers on the SNES. I think they're pretty cool, the way that they're handled in certain games. Like this one is one of those examples. like we can see right now, that boss that was on the very front and then it's on the back, and then I'm fighting enemies on the back, and I kind of hit him different when he was like right in the front. Like those layers and stuff, it's pretty cool, and I like it, like the way everything is set up. Again, I think the only thing about graphics that I'm gonna be giving why an 8 and not maybe a 10 is again because of like enemies like being very far behind, being like super short, and sometimes the stages were kind of wide, so I couldn't really like see what was going on left and right, and like the screen sometimes got like way too cluttered. I guess that's the way it goes in shooters, but for this type of screen sometimes it felt like pretty I don't know, weird. All right, so next one, music. I'm gonna be giving the music a 9. I think it's super OP music. I don't know, I think I should be giving a 10 probably. Music was so good on this game. Sound effects were pretty awesome as well. Like they really make you feel like you're on the Wild West, on the desert and all that. And it just gets the vibe of the game really good. I guess I'm giving it a 9 because I wanna, again, like I said on the previous review, I wanna reserve like certain spots. Like I wanna reserve a 10 for a game that just blows my mind with the music, but like a 9 is actually like super good. Like this game definitely makes you feel like you're on, again, on the Wild West. The sound effects for like the explosions, I mean the explosions are pretty standard explosions for SNES type of sound. What else? Like I don't know, sound effects for the bullets, for the jumps, for like other things that I think they're pretty on point. But yeah, the music definitely makes you have that feeling like you're on the Wild West fighting all this like steampunk kind of theme. I don't know, like it feels like you're like fighting in a how can I say it, like in a scenario that it's like on the past, but you're at the same time a little bit like on, I don't know, these machines and robots and all that. They're not from like the Wild West, right? So yeah, I like that like steampunk kind of theme right here for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna be giving the music a 9. And with that being said, we're gonna be giving a final score of 8 to this game. I think the game is like super fun, super cool experience, very different from many type of games that you might be used to. I recommend this game for anybody that likes shooters or that wants to try a fun and short and sweet game on the SNES. If you haven't tried Wild Guns, it's definitely a game that you should be giving it a try. I think this game could potentially have a lot of replayability value, that's for sure. I don't know, I think Wild Guns was an amazing choice for being the second game on the SNESMania library. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving an 8 for the final score overall. And yeah, just wait for, I guess, the next review. I hope you enjoyed this review. We're gonna be coming up next Monday with the next review, which is gonna be Parodius. Parodius was a pretty interesting game. But yeah, remember just to give that subscription, that like, and all that stuff if you like the review. If you want to see more about SNESmania, remember I'm gonna be streaming as much as I can on Mondays to Saturdays at 8 AM Central. If you want to join, my Twitch is Mr. Dino023. And well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next mission. Have a good one.